Well, I reinvent myself because of the competition. I think I've done everything. I've seen every rapper do everything I've done. For instance, I had capes. I've seen rappers come out with capes. I've seen rappers come out with masks. I've seen rappers with wigs. I've seen rappers do everything, basically everything that I've done. But people never understood me. I was one of the first rappers to come out with costumes. I mean, before everybody was walking back and forth holding their nuts with a cap turned backwards. If you go down the list and look at a lot of the homework in history, I was the first guy to do a lot of these things. Like, even before, I would say, Outkast, Eminem, Missy Elliott. I was the first guy doing. I was like the evolution of that whole new phase of the future stuff, breaking new ground, costumes, music. Even before the Neptunes, just musically new. Like the first guy ever. Brand new beats. The whole concept got mixed up because those people who had went to other labels and got better positioning and push to beat me to certain points of publicity, but everybody has stole something from somebody, regardless, in human life. It's like people like Elvis, but Elvis loved Jimi Hendrix. Elvis loved Chuck Berry. It's like the same thing that goes down in history. You know, Michael Jackson spurned off, many people. You got Genuine, you got Cisco, but they'll never say that. They'll never say nothing like that. I mean, everybody has a clone. Like, rock bands play good guitars, but they always say, "Oh, such and such from the Police is a dope guitar player," but he loves Jimi Hendrix riffs. It's the same thing. History repeats itself with copying. So, I mean, that's something I have to live with probably for the rest of my life. I can't mope about it and cry about it in my life. It's just a common thing. The creator really never gets too much of the credit. Like, you got brand new DJs out here, and they're the scratch people. They're the best. They're the scratch masters of turntables and techniques, and they're the bomb. They're the lord of the turntables and techniques, but it came from Grandmaster Flash. Yeah. Theodore was another guy scratching, and now you have the scratch guy who created the scratch in Germany somewhere. Like, they didn't even know about turntables in Germany. So history repeats itself. Flash will remain a legend till he dies. He will remain a legend. Gary Guy. What kills me is a lot of rappers on talk shows, say for instance Oprah, David Letterman, Jimmy Kimmel, whatever, all these motherfuckers with talk shows that end up having a lot of rappers on their show, but they don't know really about the culture. They just broadcasting to commercial America what they think rap really is, when those motherfuckers should really go up. Instead of having a corny ass guest star on your show for the night, go up and get Grandmaster Flash to come on your show. Go get Melly Mel to sit in a chair on your show one night. Go get, Kool Herc to sit on TV. Don't try to go straight across the board with a Just Now type of motherfucker. Don't go with a Just Now type of motherfucker to talk about rap. Just, hey, I'm really not even in that bracket of myself to be on there talking a lot of bullshit. But I can go in there and say what I need to say. But I just think a lot of the new kids are just scared. They feel what they really can't really rehearse what they think they are saying. The record life has made them feel so much in a dream that they made the records to feel like they're gangsters, but they're not
studio gangsters.
Yeah. Studio gangsters. So they can't go outside. They feel scared. They make records. They're hard. They're killing everybody on wax. They're shooting everybody. They're the meanest guys on wax, but the softest guys in real life. They can't even go to a coffee shop with their moms at Starbucks to have a cup of coffee because that life is so their life is so reflected as who they are, and they're not. Nah, rappers didn't really have a lot of security. You just be the group, and you might have one man, your road manager. Now you got 40 guys with you, fat ass guys that you got an extra guy on your, you got 40 extra fat ass guys on your payroll driving around in black navigators and on the phone eating chicken. What's up? Where you at? A fat nigga that could barely breathe is your bodyguard right now. And it's like, why is this extra money being spent on this fat extra nigga? It's like an extra motherfucker. And you got a lot of that going on now. So it's not, the economy is even bad. Like, we didn't make records like back in the days. The shows were more better. I would go out and see Eric B at a club. I would go see Q-Tip, Tribe Called Quest. I would meet De La Soul at a club. I would run into Eric Sherman and you know, at a club. You know, I would see Parrish. I would see Das Effects. You know, I would see people frequently. I would give pounds. Nowadays, you can't even see a new motherfucker because they're hiding. They're scared. They're eating from the delivery boy. Like, what was the point of getting famous if you can't really come outside and walk around and enjoy your life? I mean, you're gonna live a fucking you're stuck in a hamster cage. So it's like, you know, you're gonna send a fat guy out to get you a sandwich every 5 minutes and send another fat dude to go find you some chicks. Like, it takes the fun out of your life. You know what I'm saying? If you can't walk, and what I learned from every ghetto in the world, I've been from New York to Los Angeles to everywhere. It's like I've learned to walk the ghettos of New York. I've learned to walk around the ghettos of Los Angeles. I've been out in Compton. I've hung out in Watts. I've hung out in New York, the Bronx, Brooklyn. I've been to Chicago. I've hung around Caprini Gardens. I've been to the Godfather clubs. I've made more of my life. I made more of my life. Traveling was a voyage for me. All those groups back in the day, we bought our own jewelry. We didn't really have the record companies. Now these new groups get the record company to buy them fake jewelry to pose in front of BET cameras. They got the fake Jacob Javits watches everybody's rocking now. They sell them downtown for $40. A fake ass watch that looked like it cost $6,000. That rainbow colorful ass, dumb ass, big kitty, big clock ass watch on your hand. So they got the fake ass watches on in the videos and they fooling people. Same what they do with MTV Cribs. They borrow a fucking house from somebody. They rent a house. They go rent your crib. They tell their friends to bring over some cars. Bring your Bentley over. Call 310. Let's rent a couple videos. Call Symbolic. Let's rent a few cars for the day. Full a lot up. Make it look large. And like you said, MTV comes over and it's MTV Cribs and it's a big thing now. So MTV don't know. They don't know before the show came on that I called you up to borrow 4 cars from your lot. I called him up to borrow 2 of his cars. So I'm going to make my shit look large. I'm going to go buy me a fake Jacob Javits watch. I'm going to get 5 ass cars. I'm going to rent 2 Hummers from Symbolic. And I'm going to do the damn thing. That's it. Fake ass niggas. Nobody has a girlfriend in the music industry. I did videos. Those girls go right home after the fucking video shoot. They don't stay there. It's not like, oh, it's a girl to rub on you. And the director tells you right there, rub on them a little more. Wet them up a little more. Pour some water on them. Wet them up a little more. Hug them a little closer. You're not getting close enough. Let me, you know, he could be an ugly ass motherfucking rapper, but the director's gonna say, come on, you gotta hug him a little more, kiss him a little more, make him feel good, hug him a little bit more, make him tight, you know, make him feel good, rub his chest, you know, and like you said, pour some water on his back. Cut, we gotta rap. It's all fucking rap. And we didn't have agencies to give us girls back in the days. We had a lot of girls in our video. We got our own girls. We got on the phone and called our own girls because the fucking agency didn't even have enough juice to pull any girls back in the days. Now every girl wants to be in a video. So these guys look like they're doing well with a lot of bitches, but they ride around alone. But the agency gets the girls to come in, hire 40 girls, and stand around you while you do your verses. So what happens is, what I give groups back in the days credit for, we had to do our own homework and go out in the street and get girls to come to do our video. And we, yo, what's your name? How you doing? come, we doing a video such and such. We had to actually get numbers as we pulling girls to come to video. Like, we actually worked it up to that many people. Now you got a professional lady. Hi, I need a model, 36, 24, 36. We're doing a Joe video. We need 20 girls, and we're flying in some more girls from Brazil and Canada, and that's right. We need 10 more girls, and they have a big operation going on. And all right, and a girl comes in with her salary. I'm getting $150 for this shoot. It's not real, like a real girl that you call a real live ass girl that you pull from the streets or the projects that came to do your video with you. You got some fake ass model that don't even want to be with you in your video, don't even care, just came to eat up your fucking catering and break out. Well, what's the funny part about me? I was more of what I would say my genre when we first came out as Ultramagnetic. I think we was more in a hardcore range of being a group as with Eric B. and Rakim, Public Enemy, everybody in that vein. LL came, everybody was in that vein of what making real hardcore music. I know rappers that were basically happy, is not to say Kwame. I've known rappers that were in the same bracket as Kwame and Kid and Play, which I respect those guys. Kid and Play, Kwame, I knew guys that was in that same era and bracket of making music, but they're hardcore now. They're gangsters now. They had the high top fades. They were guys that I came up with the same time that had another genre that they were in, and they changed genres overnight, and the world believes they're gangsters, they're lords of the mic, they're killers, they're everybody. So I've done the opposite. I think I mellowed out when I did Octagon and rock stuff, different things which crossed in different lanes for me. But I've known rappers that were in the past that if you go and do your research and homeworks and look on the back of covers from way back in the 80s and turn a lot of those covers out and go look in the bins, you will be surprised of the many faces that you will see that people are now gangster, hardcore, they're raw, they're from the, they're killers, they're pushing weight, they're murderers. But back in the days, when you look at the covers, they had a beautiful little image. They were very funny. They were more comical. They were less intimidating. But now they're hardcore and they're raw and they're murderers on wax. They push Dom P every night. They got cars, buy 10 cars. They're hard. They're killers. They're murderers. Everybody's trying to be a pimp now. That's the funny thing now. Everybody's trying to be a fake pimp. Like, all of a sudden, everybody's a pimp. Like, everybody, it's all in the fashion. The stylist is going out trying to buy alligators for the guys for the video shoots. It's like, I give it to the Chicago guys because they kept it real. Now it's all a pimping thing. Now everybody's a pimp. Like, they're trying to coincide. It's just like once again, we go back to the originality thing. It's like the pimps did it first. Rap is trying to do it now on camera. It's like you said, when Luke Skywalker, the sex thing, everybody's trying to be a sex guy now. And it's the pimp thing, the time of that era, back what I saw was real pimps on 42nd Street, not playing around working girls up 8th Avenue. Before there was Sunset Boulevard, there was 8th Avenue. 8th Avenue was a big pimp stroll. Like 8th Avenue, Times Square.
They had a lot of strip clubs there and porno theaters.
42nd Street is the original Sunset Boulevard. Dirty Movies, Rated X. They remodeled it and made it into Walt Disney World. It's all stuff up there for kids to play. But back in the days, and I know that 42nd Street was the original horse trail. That's all you saw was pocketbooks and short skirts walking by the Port Authority bus station. You get on the Greyhound, you get ready to go to Philly or go down south, you're going to see prostitutes when that bus is leaving the bus station. And that was more real. That's more real.